What's up, Mitch? I'm using up the last of the metal I got. So, got the old bandsaw fired up and jigs made by Chunky. And there's one. It's a pretty clean cut. I don't know if it'll focus. And this is how the process starts. Put it in my box of done. There's all the metal I have to cut. Those are the jigs Chunky made. Well designed, I printed. And then now we cut. Then this goes in the box of, maybe I'll use it later if I get it in the box. Should be 16 of these. Just that length. What's up, Kurt? If I push too hard, it grabs. There's 2 sets of rears. I did get an update from the factory that I might be using to make links from here on out, that they made some extra and they're going to send those to me. So we should have a good amount of links to start our next venture. Big shout out to Chunky. He wasn't using this bandsaw, and I had room for it. Eventually the bandsaw is going to go in the back room in the garage. I have a whole area set up to do like machine work, so it's not out here in the middle of everything. This is my goal. This is probably like a 3D printing video for some people. Just sitting here. Going through the process. Moose is out here hanging out with me. But figured I'd just hang out here. Misty's asleep. Jericho's at school. I gotta print some new jigs. The screw is, after cutting so many of these, the screw's just not biting like it used to. But I'm holding it pretty darn good, and the cuts are pretty darn good. Not a factory, just a guy. I wonder if it switched from Wi-Fi to cellular. Still frozen, Mitch? You there, Mitch? Is it frozen, or you just don't have signal in your shop? If anyone else is there. Is the picture fixed now, Mitch, or what? Because it says I have signal where... It's probably Mitch, unprofessional. You guys watch Dwayne's latest video? All right, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more long one. And that's all the rears. If I have enough, I'll do... Well, it looks like I have enough. That's a good amount of metal. What? Have all these fancy tools but can't stream live? What do you mean by that? Oh, Mitch. Or me. There ain't no Wi-Fi out here. I gotta buy a range extender. I'm in a giant metal building. And Kurt, this bandsaw I feel is as old as you. Maybe as old as Dennis. Somehow Chunky comes up with these tools. Then he's like, I don't have any place for them. And they end up here. Not that I'm bitching, because I get to use the tools. Because I was talking to him like, yeah, I'm going to buy one of those bandsaws that on the little tabletop one that you just flop down and you just flop down and it cuts straight. You just let it sit on it. And Chunky's like, oh, I have one. Oh, it looks... Oh, Mitch must have got in trouble. We lost him. Or he got mad we were making fun of him. That's why I use the rag. All right, we're on the upper links. Upper rear. 16 of these. Dennis is probably fighting wiring right now. That's why he hasn't stopped by. And I know Joe doesn't have any service in his bay usually. Oh, pushed a little too fast. So then what's left after you cut those does work for the 74s. So I usually put them off to the side so I can use them for those. So after I cut all these, they go to Chunky, and he's got to cut each thread each end. So you wonder why it takes a while doing it by hand. Like Hardcore RC, I don't know his setup, but I have a feeling it's close to this. Unless he just turns it down to nothing as a cut in between on the lathe. This is much easier than doing it with a hacksaw or a grinder, and it has a lot less waste. These cuts are so fine. Like the way the weather is now, I don't mind doing this. When the temperature starts dropping here in a little while, this might not be fun. So every one of these, if you can see it. Oh, no, you can't see it. Every one of these equals a set because these are the ones for the front. All right, Kurt, thanks for stopping by, bud. I just threw it on because I'm out here. Be careful, bud. Stay safe on the road. The look of all the metal I have, I probably ought to do 10 sets. That way I can burn this up and just have an overstock of what I need. That's one of the biggest demand things is links, because they're to get custom ones is so hard anymore. Whenever I tell people like, yeah, we got our own links, they're like, oh, okay, then I'll take one. Then I reached out to other companies before I found this manufacturer to cut my link, and I got no interest. Trying to throw some love to the people that do it every day, and I got none back. 2, 4, 6, 7. Here's 8. I should just bring the air blower over here, clean this off that way. The reason I'm flipping which way I'm cutting, to me it's easier to cut on this side going with the jig on this side towards the camera, but the first one hits this guard. So if I can get titanium links from that manufacturer, is that something anyone would be interested in? 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's make this 10. And then I'll cut 4 more of the, so that should be enough for 10 sets, 10 chassis. Personally, like, I bought titanium links before. 1, they cost a lot more. 2, do you need that much weight savings? If you get too light on a crawler, it just doesn't hook like it should. I don't know. Thought we wanted weight. Titanium is lighter now. See, that's exactly what I was saying, Mitch. I like that low down weight of a stainless link. And with stainless, if the manufacturer falls through or tariffs or whatever, I can go back to doing this. Because this is just Amazon stainless steel. But I could find another supplier and do more of these. Titanium technically should be stronger, so less chance to bend. And I'm not saying these won't bend, but I find it highly unlikely that they'll bend that easily. Where'd Moose go? Moose! Oh, I hear him. He's on the other side of the Mustang. Hey, buddy. You okay? Moose is always out here with me. He'd be inside tearing stuff up if I left him in there while Misty's sleeping. And you don't want to wake the angry Misty. So I don't think these are long enough for this. I can't remember. I thought they were just yeah. They're literally just a tiny bit too short for the upper, but they will work on the tonto. So I set those aside and save them for the tonto when I cut those. Don't have a big demand for the tonto, which I expected. The tonto is more for us. Jericho didn't have a Class 1 truck, but there's so few comps with Class 1 anymore. You got your stock classes and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool just to set up as a hard body trail truck to use TF2s, and you can put better axles and stuff under it. I just don't see Class 1 in its form right now being a big draw. So I still have this much metal left. I think I got to cut a couple more. So that would be two more, and then I still got 5 rods to make all the fronts, and there's still these here, which should be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that'll make 5. Yeah, I think I got enough to make 2 more. Because I think I can get 4 or 5 of the 74s and a lot more of the 61s out of these. So right now we have 10. Let's do 12 and call it a day. Burn up this metal, give Chunky something to do. He said he's going to be out in the garage all weekend cutting wheels. What's up, wee one? All right, that's 12 of the long rear. Lower. I did that backwards again. It's easier to cut on the other side on the first cut. Still cuts it, just a little easier the other way. that's 12. All right. These two should be done for now. Now we'll start cutting 74s. I think this screw still works. Oh, no one's here. I'm talking to myself. It's all right. Moose listens to me. Now we're on lower fronts. Got 12 of them to do. It's so much easier when you have the full piece of metal to hold. You don't have that happen. It's a tedious little process, but it's not hard. Just time consuming. We've been at it for 42 minutes. I think I started it right as I got out here and set up. So I'll probably have about an hour into cutting all these. Which will end up being 48 links, I believe, when it's all said and done. Then Chunky will have a little longer than that, probably. Just with setup and tool change and threading them. And then I'll have another half hour in bending them. So for 12 sets of links, got 3 hours in it roughly. 3-4 hours. I'm sure that place I asked that are manufacturing some for me right now is a lot faster than that. Mitch is back. Probably had to go test drive that Chevy. Or he drove home for lunch. Friday's pizza day at the shop. Oh, nice. Can't miss pizza day. Mitch, did you happen to look at the waste board to see if it needs replaced or not? If not, no biggie. I understand. Getting up in the morning and heading to work early. Especially since you got like 13 kids. I think this will be the most links I've cut at once. I'm sure Chunky's really excited for it. Because if I have 84 links, that means that's 168 cuts for Chunky. I'm sure he's super excited. No, and wife working tonight changes plans a little bit. Oh, no biggie, buddy. I understand. We all have families and life. I gotta stop printing on the Bronco after this one and start making skids for everyone. To fit the new transmission we'll be using on the prototype. Obviously you can still use, you still have a couple options, but they all have to be that small style. Alpinus, OD3, Nods, any of those with the small size to fit between the frame rails with this reinforcement structure. All right. So that should be 6. I need 12 more. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hold on, did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12. So I need 6 more. Come on. I was wrong. I need 12 more. 6 more sets. Why don't you make a jig that holds more than one link at a time? What's up, Osborne? I didn't see you're in here. I could, but you'd be cutting the jig every time. Like I could print more of these and then put it all the way down the bar with a little gap. But I just hadn't done it. Like on the long ones, I have before set up when I didn't get the metal that was this long, I would put the upper on one end and the lower on another and cut them that way because that's exactly what would fit. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, so 8 more. So I hate cutting. Yeah, I mean, these are just 3D printed, Mitch. So, what's up, Keith? Just cutting some links. I'm doing some ASMR link cutting. This is the first step, Keith, of making the links. From here, they go to Chunky, and Chunky threads them. So I should be making 84 links right now, which means Chunky will have to do 168 threads. I'd have to make less if Mitch quit losing them. So I need 4 more of this length. So we'll get into another rod. I think I have it plotted out correctly on how much I'll have left. This last one's always the one I worry about being the finger slicer. Two more. Oh, I have a scrap piece down here. We'll use it real quick. One more. We're in the parking lot of the hospital waiting for my son. Oh, nice. AI mailed to something. to you yesterday. Should be out 4 days. I was waiting for you to get on Tanks Live last night to tell you. But I guess you're doing a live tonight too, right? Yes, I'm doing a live. This is just cutting it, and then Chunky threads them. I don't have a lathe here. I was going to buy one, but an opportunity arose to have someone cut these links for me. And with the hours into cutting and tooling and electric, it just made sense to use up the last of the metal I had and then let that other company cut them. Because it's basically more cost effective. All right, final count on this link. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 12 sets. Now to the uppers, and we will be able to finish. $24 of these. I guess 23 now. $22. I like that bandsaw, Josh, strictly for metal. You could use it on wood, but this is a bimetal blade. On it right now. It'd have to be thin wood though, Keith, because it only has so much room between the plate and the guide, so it's more of a sheet metal or round bar setup. 21. I have a nice, what do they call it, a reciprocating arm saw in the basement for wood. This one always scares me. We'll see if it cuts. If not, I'll Yeah, not doing that one. Scrap. That one always wants to fight me. So it's a lot easier when you can use the longer rod to hold. And I know, Keith, that's what she said. There's 5 done. And I think I have like 5 or 6 of these in the house. Chunky cut already. Why does that one seem shorter? Did I mess one up? Did it slide on me? It absolutely did. Scrap. Can't believe I messed one up. All right. 2, 4, 6. I may have to go through my scraps, see if I get anything long enough. It's gonna be close. Well, low battery. Yeah, I usually hit it with some WD-40, which it's probably due for a shot every so often. All right. Back to cutting. Now you have to grab the phone charger. YouTube notification. All right, we are at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Ten. If you're keeping track, it should be 11. Oh, come on. 12, which means we should be halfway. Thirteen. Put a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah, that was Keith's last name. 14. $15. Double check my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 15. We may be out of metal long enough to make any more. So that's our scrap pile. Oh. Let's try this again with the sissy stick. That's 16, so that's 8. That's enough for the prototype chassis. I do not think I have enough pieces left long enough to fit this. They're like right at 60 instead of 61. What do I have down here? That's another one. So that one's a little bit longer. Is it the right length? All right, so there's one that's already cut the right length. Going through all the old ones, setting them in the jig. They're like 2 millimeters off. That one's like 1 millimeter off. We'll set it aside as a possible. I'm going through my box over here, checking the length. Guess I can shut this off for a minute. Checking the length in this jig to see. So see, it's just a tiny bit short, which it should be plenty strong enough that way. And it's not going out to customers, it's going out for testing. I had the ones coming from the manufacturer for customers. These are all like 59. I don't have a millimeter ruler out here. So you cut your length just a couple short to, or 14 millimeters short to fit the rod ends. And the way I cut these, now these will all work for the Tonto, because the Tonto uses this 51 millimeter link for the upper. So I have a ton of upper Tonto links, but none left for the Lone Ranger, I do not believe. Now I know I have some Lone Rangers uppers inside. If it's 4 of them, I'm exactly what I need to be. Right? No, that would put me at 10. I need 6 of them. None of the rest are any longer. Well, I have burnt up all the metal I had. So that's going to end it there, guys. I blew the transmission out of the Mach 1. Got to finish the Razor. I'll do that on my other channel here coming up. Probably tomorrow I'll run a live on the Gems Motorsports and Garage channel. Hopefully button this up. If I button this up, I can take it out of the way and I can pull the transmission out of that. Maybe drive to Jersey, see Mitch. let him do some work. Then the next project is pulling the motor out of this, putting that motor in it, because Jericho wants the drag race. So we'll reuse those heads on that motor and go from there. Then this will be Misty's project car. But that's what we're working on now. I may go over here to this bench, see if I have any some mess ups that might be long enough to cut a couple. Yeah, this is a mess. Dwayne, if you're watching this, don't judge me. I need to clean over here. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you stopping by while I was cutting some links, keeping me busy. So we'll see you tonight on my live stream.